The secret power of silence, social skills, and confidence hacks that make people respect you. Awaken mindset in trading. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the weight of someone's presence without them saying a single word? It's not always the loudest voice that commands respect. Sometimes it's the silence. In a world obsessed with noise, constant chatter, endless notifications, and the pressure to always say something clever, silence has become a rare, almost mystical power. Yet, those who master it hold an undeniable advantage in life. Think about the people you admire most. The leader whose pauses make you lean in. The friend whose quiet listening makes you feel truly understood. The partner whose calmness in conflict softens your anger. Silence isn't emptiness, it's influence. But here's the truth. Many of us are terrified of silence. We rush to fill awkward pauses. We speak just to avoid discomfort, and we mistake talking for connection. Science reveals something different. Neuroscientists at Duke University found that silence stimulates brain growth in the hippocampus, the part of the brain tied to memory and emotion. Psychologists confirm that well-timed pauses build trust and authority far more effectively than constant speech. And perhaps most importantly, silence reflects an inner confidence, the quiet strength of someone who doesn't need validation every second. So, what if the very thing you've been avoiding, silence, could become your greatest social skill? What if learning to pause, listen, and speak less could make people lean in, respect you more, and trust your presence? In this article, we'll unlock the psychology of silence, why it's so powerful, and how you can use it in everyday conversations, relationships, and leadership. This isn't about being passive. It's about discovering the quiet force that transforms how others see you on how you see yourself. Let's begin. Part 1. Why? Silence feels uncomfortable, but holds power. Silence often feels awkward because our brains are wired to avoid uncertainty. In conversations, a pause can trigger anxiety. Do they think I'm boring? Should I fill the gap? This discomfort makes most people rush to speak. Ironically, that's what weakens their impact. Social psychology calls this the comfort of noise. We equate talking with control, but in reality, constant chatter often signals insecurity. In contrast, those who embrace silence exude self-assurance. They're not afraid of pauses because they know presence matters more than words. Consider historical leaders. Martin Luther King Jr.'s pauses during "I have a dream" made his words thunder louder. Steve Jobs, during Apple's iconic presentations, often stopped mid-sentence, letting silence heighten anticipation. Silence wasn't weakness, it was strategy. Part 2. The science of silence and the brain research shows silence affects both speaker and listener. A 2013 study in brain structure and function revealed that 2 hours of silence daily stimulated new brain cell growth in mice. Translating this to humans, silence enhances creativity, clarity, and emotional regulation. Moreover, silence lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. That's why a pause in heated arguments can cool tempers and prevent regretful words. It gives the brain space to reframe and respond wisely. Part 3. Silence as a social skill. Silence can command respect. When you don't rush to respond, people perceive you as thoughtful and confident. Deepen listening by staying quiet, you make others feel heard. This builds trust faster than any speech. Control the frame in negotiations. Silence makes others reveal more. Sales experts know the first person to fill the silence often loses leverage. Create mystery. People are naturally drawn to those who don't reveal everything at once. Silence makes you intriguing. Part 4. Real-life examples in relationships. Couples who practice silent listening, just being present without rushing to advise, report higher satisfaction. At work, a manager who pauses after asking a question encourages employees to think deeper, leading to better solutions. In friendships, the friend who listens quietly often becomes the one everyone trusts most. Part 5. Practical hacks to harness silence here are tools you can start using today. The 3-second rule. After someone finishes speaking, pause 3 seconds before replying. It shows you're considering their words. Silent eye contact. Look at someone with calm, steady eyes. Often, silence plus eye contact speaks louder than words. Practice active silence. Instead of planning your reply, use silence to fully absorb what the other person says. Intentional pauses in speech. Next time you present or tell a story, insert pauses. Watch how it makes people lean in. Silent reset. When overwhelmed, take a silent walk or sit in stillness. You'll return with clarity that noise can't provide. Part 6. Overcoming the fear of silence. The fear of silence often comes from childhood conditioning, teachers calling on us when the class went quiet, parents filling every pause with advice. To reframe it, start small. Sit silently with a friend for 30 seconds. Practice leaving voice notes with deliberate pauses. Slowly, you'll notice silence feels less threatening, more empowering. Part 7. Silence as inner strength at its core. Silence is a reflection of inner peace. When you no longer need to prove yourself through endless words, you project quiet authority. True confidence doesn't shout. It whispers and still gets heard. Conclusion: the awakening power of silence. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more people brave enough to be silent, people who listen deeply. Pause intentionally and let their presence speak, if you want others to respect you. Remember, it's not always about what you say. Sometimes the pause between your words carries the most weight. So, the next time you're tempted to fill the air with chatter, try this. Pause, breathe, and let silence do the talking. You may find that the respect, trust, and connection you've been seeking flow naturally towards you. Gentle call to action if this message resonates with you. Consider joining our Awaken Mindset community. Together, we explore the psychology of human connection, confidence, and inner growth. Support the channel, share this journey with others. And let's build a world where silence isn't feared but celebrated as the secret power it truly is.